Hey, yo, it's Brian here. Today, gonna be talking about the San Francisco 49ers yet again, doing another top 3 video. This time talking about the free agents that we acquired from other teams to the 49ers in yesterday's to this week's period. It was a good one in my opinion. I thought the 49ers, they actually wanted to do something, make some moves, and use some cap money for the first time, because for the past couple years, they were a little bit quiet, or when they were spending money, they didn't really have panned out successes like Pierre Garçon and Malcolm Smith. Hopefully, these guys that are coming into the 49ers, they are actually good players and they contribute to this team, which I believe that they can. I'm going to be talking about them right now real quick. The following players are now a 49er. Dee Ford from the Kansas City Chiefs. He was a 3-4 outside linebacker, but with our system being 4-3, he would be the edge rusher. Kwon Alexander, linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's all indications that he will be playing outside linebacker along with Fred Warner in the inside. Last but not least, Tevin Coleman, the most recent transaction from the Atlanta Falcons. Very interesting because of the fact that we have a lot of running backs in our crew right now, and he also knows Kyle Shanahan's system from their years in Atlanta when they did make the Super Bowl in 2016. In my opinion, so far, first impressions, I thought they were all pretty good signings, and hopefully they all work out. That's all we can do is wait until week 1 all the way to week 16 to see if these moves do pan out. Going to be talking about it right now, but before I do, please like and subscribe to support my channel. That would definitely help me out a lot. Let's just get into it. The 3 free agent acquisitions for the 49ers this past free agency period. First off, number 3, Tevin Coleman, running back. This is a pretty interesting case due to the fact that, as I mentioned in my pre-log, that he is joining a very busy backfield with Matt Breida, Jarrett McKinnon coming back from an ACL surgery, Jeff Wilson, Raheem Mostert. This is a very crowded backfield. And did I not forget to mention Kyle Juszczyk, fullback? That's like 5 dudes that we have right now. Looking at the week 1 roster in 2018, they had 4 running backs and 1 fullback for the 53-man roster. There's going to be a cut some way, shape, or form, unfortunately, this offseason. Hopefully it's none of these guys because I love all of them. Matt Breida, he was our workhorse when McKinnon was out. McKinnon, he has something to prove with that big contract that they gave him 2 off seasons ago. Raheem Mostert, that guy's a freaking beast on special teams and the running back position. Jeff Wilson, a little inconsistent, so he might be the odd man out of this. And Alfred Morris, I'm not sure if he's still on this team technically, but you know, he might be the odd man out as well. Right now in my initial 53-man roster, I would probably put Coleman, Matt Breida, Raheem Mostert, Jarrett McKinnon, and Kyle Juszczyk as our 5 backs, and I think that's a pretty good back system right there. Definitely running back by committee, no dominant bell cow running back, although McKinnon should be the bell cow running back just based on being paid a lot of money right there. But for Kyle Shanahan, Bobby Turner, they're not going to be doing that. I think it's going to be the system like in Atlanta where they want versatile running backs where they can catch the ball in the backfield, and Coleman, he fits that need. I think he's going to work perfectly for Garoppolo this season. It's going to be interesting what they do in the running back competition during training camp and what have you, but I think with Coleman reuniting with Kyle Shanahan and Bobby Turner, I think it's a really good move in my opinion. Hopefully that will take us on top even more. Number 2, going to be talking about Kwon Alexander from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Should be an interesting case as well. Linebacker, he's going to be assuming the will outside linebacker along with Fred Warner in the middle. I'm pretty sure Lynch, Robert Saleh, they want Warner to be in the middle, and he's proven to be a very effective middle linebacker. That's good right there. Kwon as a player, he looks like a really good raw talent guy. He's only 24 years old. He's a year younger than me. That's crazy right there. But yeah, I think this guy, he could do a really good job for the 49ers, and the contract details at first when it came out, everyone was asking for John Lynch's head because it was a ridiculous contract, one of the highest paid linebackers in NFL history. But when we looked at it, it was more of a team friendly deal. So if he doesn't live up to the contract, if he doesn't perform well in the next couple of years, that they can cut him. It won't count a lot towards the salary cap money. They won't incur a lot of dead money right there. So that's good right there. This is more of a low risk, high reward thing. It's kind of like the Richard Sherman deal, what happened last offseason when he got his deal. But the difference is that Sherman was his own agent, and I'm pretty sure no one got an agent for him to negotiate this deal with the 49ers. Anyways, going back to on the field, very raw talent. He has everything you want as a linebacker. He can run, he can get tackles and what have you. Well, I should stop myself right there because sometimes he can miss some tackles, but he has the speed, he has the strength, he has everything, you know, all the physicality that you want for a linebacker. He just needs to work on tackling for the most part when he's with the 49ers. Other than that, look at the contract, looking at everything, I think this was a pretty good signing in my opinion. I mean, that's why I wait to make these kinds of videos, because I don't want to make these videos way too early and not get the contract details completely, but now I did. Not too bad of a signing after all. Hopefully it pays off. Hopefully no one is pretty motivated by the contract that he got. You know, if he doesn't perform well, then the 49ers can just cut bait with him and won't be too crazy right there. I think the first 2 years are really loaded with guaranteed money, but other than that, you know, he's going to have to work for it, and I hope he does get motivated by that, lives up to his contract, because that would be a good thing for both him and the 49ers. I want this guy to get paid. I want this guy to have a good living, and also I want him to perform well for the 49ers so we can try to win a Super Bowl, damn it. But yeah, I think this is really good. Hopefully he performs, and that's all we can do is wait and see. But I believe he will have a good year with him, Fred Warner, and Sherman, assuming that he recovers from his ACL surgery. Finally, number 1, the granddaddy of them all in free agency for the 49ers, outside linebacker slash defensive end, Dee Ford. The 49ers, they traded for him for a 2020 second rounder, and they gave him a 5-year, $87 million contract. I don't know what the money is guaranteed, but he got a 5-year deal. They're hoping that this guy could be the cornerstone of the defensive line that already has DeForest Buckner. We just need another edge rusher on the other side to pair him up. Hopefully we get somebody in the draft, maybe Nick Bosa or Josh Allen. That would be great right there. But yeah, John Lynch, he is very serious about this defensive line, and I think that this is the last year that he wants to go after defensive linemen. You know, I gave him a little bit of heat for not going for edge rushers for the past couple of years, not going aggressive in free agency, but now he has gone very aggressive in free agency, and I guess that's my birthday gift from them, is to go after guys in free agency. Appreciate that, Lynch. Appreciate you going aggressive, and that's what we need sometimes in this NFL period, is to be aggressive in free agency. Although I'm not the biggest fan of it, but with this team, I feel like we need some veteran players to add some more logistics, add some more legitimacy for this team. So yeah, there you have it right there. Ford, as a player, I'm going to be doing some statistics for the first time for a player. 13 sacks. I think according to Pro Football Focus, he had 35 quarterback takedowns, so that means that sacks and quarterback hits combined. He is getting to the quarterback, he is pressuring the quarterback, and that is what we need, because we were not really that good in the sack department, and I hope Ford, along with Buckner and whoever we get in the draft as an edge rusher, assuming that they draft an edge rusher, that they will wreak havoc this year. And I believe that this could be the year where they make the big leap to just greatness on defense, and I think that Ford would be responsible for that. He did a really good job in Kansas City in 2018, rated one of the highest linebackers in the NFL, although he had a snafu at the end of the game with the AFC Championship game with the Chiefs and the Patriots going offsides. But hey, everyone makes mistakes. It's whatever. You know, you got to move on from that. Him as an overall player, I believe that he could be worth it. I think this guy can be one of the biggest studs in the edge rusher position for the next couple of years, and I hope he does live up to it and lives up to that 5-year, $87 million contract that the 49ers did give him. That's pretty much it, you guys. If I had to give a free agency grade, I'd probably give it, I don't know, probably a B, just because of the fact that they did address some needs. They did get some depth at running back position, but they didn't really address the wide receiver position. Maybe it wasn't a strong class. Maybe Shanahan didn't like any of the guys at wide receiver position for him to go with. But other than that, you know, if he would have addressed that, I probably would have given an A. For him to address the defensive side of the ball, definitely with Lynch and him getting Dee Ford and Kwon Alexander, kind of low risk, high reward for Alexander, and very high risk, high reward for Dee Ford. I think that they did a really good job. Hopefully in the draft they don't have to address as much, and they can just go with the needs that they have, which is still edge rusher on the other side, wide receiver, and cornerback. Please let me know what you guys think about the free agency acquisitions of all three of these guys. Please, I'd like to hear what you guys have to say, and if you guys like this, please like and subscribe to support my channel. That would definitely help me out a lot. And yeah, I'll probably catch you guys up tomorrow. I'll see y'all then. Bye guys, love y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Go Niners.